Back, it's Jason with your Hopium Free Crypto channel. Today we got crypto news. We've got a ton of it. Galaxy Digital buying up BitGo. This is a big play for the institutional investors to be coming into the space. We have news on Dogecoin. Yes, we've seen it go up. We see all the headlines about $1 Doge, but what the hell does Doge actually do? And what is the potential afterwards? And where do I see the market going if the market sentiment flips for Dogecoin, which unfortunately it inevitably does. So be sure to watch this video right through so we can get to the deep, dark secrets of Dogecoin. I'm probably playing that up a little bit, but there is very strong reasoning to not get too hyped up on news that is coming up later on. All right, so first you need to like the video up. Hit that, helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe to the channel, bell notification icon so you can be updated with the time-sensitive content in this fast-running cryptocurrency bull market. The first thing I have here on the side, I think we need to update our cryptocurrency portfolio. This is on SwiftX, which you can find a link to in the description down below if you'd like to trade cryptocurrencies in Australia. Now, I'm just doing a simple buy and hold, not playing with it too much portfolio. Cardano, Chainlink, Polkadot, The Graph, and Solana. So I noticed these things move at different times. That's why I have them in the portfolio. When some are going up, others are staying stagnant or going down. We can see Cardano, which is potentially about to break out. I've got a video on that on the channel. Go and definitely check that video out. Even if you're not interested in Cardano, it teaches you how to spot these trends before they break out. Everyone always wants to buy something once it's broken out, but this is how you spot them before they break out. So Cardano's moving, Chainlink moving, Polkadot accumulation, potentially in a consolidation period, the Graph consolidation, Solana maybe at a peak. So they're all at slightly different times, which helps balance the portfolio. So this is looking pretty reasonable, only up 50%, but we did get in at the peak in February. So that's kind of how the portfolio has sat. I'm hoping to at least get around a 4 or 5x on this thing. I think initially I was thinking maybe let's get this thing to 100K, but at the end of the day, we're pretty late into the bull market. We're about halfway. So if we can get about a 4 or 5, 6x on it, I'd be quite happy. So this is what we're going to hold for this time being. Now, 200-week moving average on Bitcoin. I haven't ever noticed that it has gone from this color, so where we are now in this range of between 10 and 12%, and broken down into the blues again, prior to hitting a peak of a top of a bull market. So that's just one little metric looking at how to read this chart here. We see the little greeny yellow heading up into the orange, then the red, and then again heads into the red, and then it heads into the blue. So it basically goes up, hits the red, comes back down. So just looking at an overall positioning of the market at the moment, even though Bitcoin is trading sideways, it's still looking pretty strong, and that is then spilling over into the altcoin. So there's been a lot of talk about an altcoin season, and we've seen that happen with obviously Dogecoin, Ethereum going up, Binance at new all-time highs, Cardano looking like it's about to break out into new all-time highs again in the dollar value, in its dollar pairing, Polkadot potentially setting up, Uniswap at new all-time highs, Chainlink all-time highs, Solana all-time highs. Now, Ethereum Classic, absolutely wild. We'll look at that in just a sec. Price range, new all-time highs in the dollar value. Let's move across to the greed and fear, the fear and greed index. This is obviously showing signs that the market is heating up. In this greed section again, the altcoins are greedy. Bitcoin is still in its trading range. I've talked about that in the video today, so go and check that video out as well. What we've seen historically, yesterday neutral, last week neutral, and we're just sort of ranging between that greed, that light fear and light greed. And I talked about this as what the market does when Bitcoin is just fluctuating between its price ranges. So that's what I see with this, and I don't suspect we will head into the extreme greed until Bitcoin really gets closer to that all-time high. And that figure, we want to see the first figure break, is 60,500. Onto the news.
Hey, do you run a business? Well, here's the thing, only 5.
Now, I have here the first piece. Dogecoin has remarkably strong fundamentals despite deficiencies, says Mike Novogratz, Galaxy Digital. I agree with this. There is no pre-mine or ICO. Dogecoin's fair launch positions it more closely to Bitcoin than most other projects in the space, ensuring that no hidden group of insiders stands to benefit disproportionately from its rise. That may not be entirely true, Mike, because you've got pretty big whales who would have mined a lot of Dogecoin in the early days. So although there was a fair launch, meaning that it wasn't sold to VCs or people who could buy in earlier with bigger bags or knew about it, it was all just put out on the market, mine it, go for gold. We know for sure, there are big wallet holders of Dogecoin. So I love these principles about Dogecoin. There's no pre-mine, no ICO, fair launch. That's a big reason, in my opinion, why it's done so well over these years. Plus, it's just you don't take it seriously, and that those pieces, ingredients, blend for a fantastic recipe to get this thing to number 3. We're at number 4 at the moment. That's what we just saw. Dogecoin, number 4, absolutely wild. VC Guru says that Dogecoin has no real users, but Ethereum's fundamentals are quite strong. Okay, we know Ethereum is quite strong. Meme coin, this is for Dogecoin. So what I was talking about in the beginning, just be careful of these sorts of things, Dogecoin in particular, when we get to big news announcements. So Bogart added, it's a meme coin, it's functional, it's a functional network. I'll give it that credit. That it does work, but there's no real users. Sure, there's just people speculating on it. There's no development building on it. If you didn't know that, now you do. I've never taken an investment pitch of someone actually building on top of Doge. And the whole thing seems very much like GameStop, like the GameStop saga, which we saw a few months ago. So Elon Musk continues to pump it because Elon likes jokes, and what does it matter to him? Buy some Doge, don't buy some Doge. It doesn't really matter. It's not part of the SEC. They can't regulate this thing. So you can talk about this all you want, and if it pumps, it pumps. So at the end of the day, there are some good fundamentals to it, but the other side to it is there's no one building on it. There's no development. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's really just a nice lottery ticket. And at the end of the day, even if the lottery doesn't turn out in your favor, you're still holding some Doge, and maybe you'll be in the lottery next time. So when you look at it like that, this is just a big lottery game across the world. That's the way I see Dogecoin. That's why it's fun. That's why I don't take it seriously. When I've made my money from it, I get out. Next piece is more on the Doge. And the Doge here in this article, investing stimulus checks in Dogecoin would have made you $425,000. Again, looking at this as being the big news that can really get you hyped up. Imagine if that could happen again. I know there are people thinking that. I know there are people thinking that if they put $1,400 into Dogecoin, they could get 425 grand out of it again. That is basically impossible in this cycle. I was going to say basically there is a possibility, but it is wild. Imagine the market cap that it would need to have to get to $425,000. There is your answer. It needs to go up 303 times. $425,000, you're putting in your 1,400, 303 times. Okay, the market cap here is 84 billion. I'll even round it down for you. 84 billion multiplied by 303. I don't even know, what is this number? $25.4 trillion. I think you're out of your mind if that's going to happen. Probably nowhere near close. If we do, you can think of something in the comments and I'll do that. But we're not getting to 25 trillion in this cycle for Dogecoin, 100%. So just be careful when you see those sort of articles where they're talking about these numbers and getting your hopes up that this can skyrocket. It might go from 60 or 70 cents to $1 or $1.50. It's 100%. A lot of downside risk. Stay safe out there. Galaxy Digital buys BitGo for $1.2 billion. What is Galaxy Digital? It's an asset merchant bank founded in 2018. The firm offers multiple services, including asset management, advisory services for businesses, trading, and principal investing in companies ranging from seed stage ventures to those in full operation. So it's doing a lot of advisory stuff, and you can, like an investment sort of bank there. Now, what is BitGo? What have they bought? Digital asset trust company, security company, headquartered in California. Basically, now you can have, company offers multi-sig Bitcoin wallet service, so multi-signature, multi-sig Bitcoin wallet services, where keys are divided among a number of owners to manage risk. So now they've got their wallet option and their advisory option, and where people can have their cryptocurrency, put it there for custody over it for them. This is like a whole package for the institutional investor, and I assume that's what Mike Novogratz was going for all along. He was just waiting for the right time. Buys BitGo, 1.2 billion, adds it to Galaxy Digital. Away we go. Bigger and bigger network for the institutions to get in. eBay exploring crypto payments for 187 million buyers. That's essentially it. There's the headline. E-commerce titan eBay It says it's open to adding crypto payments to its platform as the emerging asset class attracts more attention. I'll stop mixing over my words. Essentially, that's